G'day everybody, welcome back to In My Shed. I'm BC. I'm going to title this one Shaper Ops and why I still use mine. I'll show you around the shed and you can see why in a minute, but a couple of things. This is still using the same tool bit. It's had one wipe with a polishing stone, but other than that it's chewed through a fair bit of that rail iron with no drama whatsoever. Now, a couple of reasons I like to use this shaper. One is it's ultimately very easy to set up. It's about as easy as the horizontal borer. Another reason is I don't have to break down another setup. Now I'll show you what I've got on my mill. To take the vise off the mill, unload the frames, load it, the vise up again, take the work over. I'm probably going to lose 25 minutes at each end of the operation. I'm not as fit as a fiddle like I used to be. So that makes up for a fair bit of the time that you'd lose here. Another thing that I should explain too, something I didn't think of last time we were showing the shaper, is I was only cutting about 1.5 inches. I'd only started into the job. I'm now cutting 5 inches and soon it'll be about 7 inches before it's finished. And I was just thinking, bloody hell, I'm still going 42 strokes a minute. So I'm now operating at about 3 times the surface feet per minute as I was at the start of this bit of an episode. So there's something you've got to keep in mind. The tool bit so far is standing up to it quite well, but the chips are coming off quite badly blued now. So I think for the last 3 or 4 passes I may have to go into 24 strokes a minute to bring the surface speed back down to where it's comfortable. It is very tough and tenacious material. It doesn't like being cut. But having said all of that, let's turn the noise on, give you a quick demonstration, and then I'll sweep you around the shop. Now it's 2 mil depth of cut. It's removing a reasonable amount of material, and having owned a hobbyist round column mill in the past, I know if you had a fly cutter you would be really fine with this sort of responsibility. But also if you had one of their brazed carbide face mills, you wouldn't be doing this. It just wouldn't be possible. Keep this bottles away. I've been off to the took and we're still making the cutters back there at the dairy bed. So yeah, put it in the sacred old tool in that shed. Now I'll swing the camera around for you. There we are, back again. Okay, I'll take you around what I've got available in the shed and you'll soon realise why I'm doing what I'm doing. Down the back behind that blue bag, you'll see that Kearns horizontal borer. It's a very useful machine. It's good at boring. It's a bloody orphan mill. You can face with it. It does actually have a facing tool holder that bolts onto the facing head, but it's not designed for taking 1.5 mil or 2 mil depth of cut on real difficult steel. And swinging around, right, there's my mill in all of its glory. Oh, one bit came loose there. Okay, and what's sitting on the table but my loco frames. Now, they're very easy just to throw up on a couple of bars like that. I haven't put these cylindrical squares up. They're trying to get it straight. I've had trouble with the material bowing as I tighten up these spreaders, and about a year ago I just threw it to one side and said, up yours, I'll do something else. Well, I'm back onto it now, and the reason is I'm getting quite bloody old, and if I don't finish this loco reasonably soon it might never get finished, and I'd hate to have put all those man-hours into something that won't bloody be used. But as you can see, quite often to use a machine that's in a lot of people's opinion more suited to that rail line piece of work, you've got to break something down and then build it back up again. Now, I'm not in any sort of commercial rush. I've retired. The shaper suits me quite well. My first machine tool to use was a drill press. Second was a little Hercus 9-inch lathe, and the third was a shaper. So I date back to the era, though it was a little Douglas shaper. But a lot of guys do things in their shop in their own way for a good reason, and I don't think slinging all the mud you can make anything on a shaper except money is really an applicable comment. And to those that make that bloody comment, up yours. I'll use what machine I bloody want. Okay, rant. I've got some shaping to do. I'll swing you around. And for now, goodbye. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And tomorrow I hope to do a video on sharpening some cutters. I just have buckets and buckets of cutters that need a bit of a grind. Bye for now.